History will not be made at this year's state high school wrestling championship in New Jersey.
Anthony Knox.
Anthony Knox.
Yeah, Anthony Knox. Mr. Knox.
For his role in a brawl.
Some people were almost happy that he failed. Like, how could you be happy that another person failed?
I guess just the idea of someone involving my mom in that just brought a different emotion out of me that I've never really felt.
What emotion was that?
Just rage. I don't know if other people would have done what I've done, but I can tell you this, 100% there's not one person that would not have done anything.
I got scared emotional. It's just been a struggle.
Free Knox, baby! If anyone else's dad's getting in a fight and you see him, you're hopping in there. I mean, I'm protecting my dad, so I can't blame him.
There were so many kids in the fight, and for them only to not let him wrestle and punish him, I think was wrong.
One person can make a decision behind a computer that detrimentally harms you for the rest of your life. That's what I'm wrestling for now. It's bigger than me.
How has this affected you mentally?
It's a lot. You know, the most classy thing, I guess, would be to be like, yeah, you know, I was just focused on training and it's just on to the next, but that's not the reality of a situation like this. The reality is my mom's crying every other day. It's a lot of stress within the family, a lot of sleepless nights, just a lot of anxiety, and anxiety ultimately leads to depression, right? So it's just a lot of feeling anxious and a lot of feeling sad and then feeling happy and kind of just my emotions all over the place.
Do you want to talk about that day, the incident? Like, what can you talk about?
Video posted to social media shows the chaos, but the St. John Vianney Sr. took to Instagram to tell his fans it ended with him being disqualified from next month's title match.
This wasn't something that happened one day, right? This is, 4 years of people yelling things down at me and my teammates, yelling things at my parents, yelling things at my mom. And, I would say that my mom was never really involved in any of that, which is a good thing. It was mainly me and my dad, right? You go on my comments on my Instagram, you'll see what I'm talking about. I guess just the idea of someone involving my mom in that just brought a different emotion out of me that I've never really felt.
What emotion was that?
Just rage.
What's on your mind right now? Just a long week. Just ready to compete, to be honest. Long week.
From the second we walked into that gym at Districts, picture 9 schools, right? All these kids are from the same area. They've all been wrestling Pee Wee together. They all grew up wrestling together. All their families know each other, right? We were put in a district where we wake up at 4:30 in the morning and are forced to drive 2 hours. We're the only team in there who doesn't know anybody. We never dueled one of these teams, never wrestled a kid from any of the schools. And from the start of the day, they're just throwing little jabs, throwing stones. And not just the school that was involved with the incident, but just every school in general. And this is wearing. And on top of this, the school that is throwing these jabs was removed from not one, but 2 different events for doing the same thing. I don't know if other people would have done what I've done, but I can tell you this, 100% there's not one person that would not have done anything.
Where are we right now?
We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey State for this weekend.
Oh, big dog. What up, my brother?
My son Anthony is gonna go and try to wrestle to win his 4th state title and become one of the best to ever do it.
Nice meeting you.
it's the culmination of a full year, right? It's not just Super 32 where you weigh in and go wrestle and then it's on to the next one. This is everything these past 3 months has led up to this moment right here. So the best guys, they don't want to place, you know, they don't want to take third. They want to win.
Franklin Morris Hills, on deck, mat 7. Steve Perez, Ocean Township, Paul Maggie, Washington Township, on deck, mat 7. Hakeem Duquet, Officer Fairhaven, Elman, Bode of DePaul Catholic, on deck, mat 5.
Del Barton wins by tech ball over Owen Bull of 100. Technical ball, time 3 minutes. Over Julian Arongo from St. Joe McCutcheon. By decision, scored 4-0.
First match down, feeling good. Lots of ankle picks. I like ankles and picks, so that worked out well. Yeah, I mean, the press is honestly the most annoying thing right now. They just keep coming up to me over and over, no matter how many times I say no comment. Just
is that what happened when I didn't know where you were? I couldn't find you.
Yeah, they're just harassing me at this point, but they won't get a comment till Saturday. You guys are here in the first part. You guys are the only people I'm talking to, so yeah, we'll just gotta keep it moving. I feel good, my body feels good. Gonna eat this, drink some more water, and keep my weight down, ready to go. Coach!
What your reaction was to that first match?
I make a comment on statement at this time. I appreciate you guys.
NJ.com reporters, funny, like, they've been literally ripping me and my dad apart. They've been literally ripping me and my dad apart for like 14 days now. And then these people act like, you know, you're not a human being. And then they want to come try and talk to me and get a statement from me. Like, dude, like, you picked your side, right? You ripped me apart for 2 weeks. Now you don't really get a comment. I love the media. I love talking to the media, but if you're going to be disrespectful, especially to not only me, but my family, my mom, my dad, and call them liars and whatever else they were saying, yeah, they're not going to get anything from me ever again. So.
That was so cool. No comment on no statement.
Yeah.
You folded that dude up?
Yeah.
Piece of laundry?
I guess so.
One down, man.
One down, 4 to go.
There's a lot of people who are quick to blame you for ending Anthony's high school career. What has it been like reading those headlines? Like,
it was rough, but listen, they weren't wrong. I handled it wrong. I'm a grown-ass man. I could take responsibility for it. I should not have done that. So yeah, seeing that was rough, but like, can't trip over what's behind you. Only thing that I could do is just focus on what was at hand and just find a solution.
The only person that people should blame would be me. I'm the person that's suspended. I'm the person that's getting in trouble. Whether that's right or wrong, my decisions got me here. And I'm not saying I would change those decisions if I can go back in time. I'm just saying it's wrong to blame other people. I'm not a victim. I'm a grown man. I make my own decisions.
From the beginning, how would you recap the events?
So we were at District 25. My son Anthony and his teammates were wrestling. The crowd became super unruly and almost like a mob mentality. At one point after the 190-pound match, a bunch of guys were screaming at my son, a couple of his teammates, and my wife. I saw it and I made a bad decision. I walked over there and told the guy to stop. Not in a nice way. And then all hell broke loose.
Competition gave way to chaos.
A brawl at the District 25 wrestling match on Saturday.
Anthony Jr. went into the stands and was part of the melee.
And the NJSIAA disqualifying Knox for leaving the bench area and unsportsmanlike conduct.
You hear your teammate, who's basically your brother, who's lived with you the whole year, You hear people calling him the N-word, calling him these names, and you just think like these people, they think that they're on Instagram, right? And then someone says something like that about your mom, and you see the person you love most surrounded. From that, you're on edge immediately.
You know, when someone is screaming at your wife and kid, you think you're justified in all your actions. And, you know, the last 2 weeks I learned, like, that's just not the case. That's not the real world. And I'm embarrassed by it. Something I wish that didn't happen.
You might not be allowed in the parents' chair, will you be?
Yeah, I might not be allowed in the arena. And if I have to deal with that consequence, so be it. It's my own fault.
It's more just to keep my lungs going. It's hard, but I didn't really work out super hard for 2 weeks, so I was puking a little bit, but that's okay. I do have bronchitis as well, so I'll have good luck for 20 years after this.
You don't have to, but can you guys go into like what was being said at all, like at that tournament?
A lot of screaming and cursing at these kids, like, yo, like, I'm no saint, Tyler. I'm no saint. I've never yelled at a woman and a child in my life. I don't even yell at my own daughter. I don't curse at my wife. Like, who are you to yell at somebody's mother and wife? Like, are you out of your mind? I feel like people think they're at an Eagles game. Like, these are high school athletes. Anthony doesn't get paid to do this.
Everyone comes over here and beats on that door every year. That door has taken beatings.
Yeah, that door's from me, too.
Oh, when you didn't tech the guy in the semis the other year?
Yeah.
I found him crying after the semis because he didn't tech the kid last year.
Yeah, wait till they're all done. Mat number 3, Tom Mazinga Jackson. Mat number 4, Monkey Bautista, St. Joe, Anthony Diego Rocha. Mat number 5, James Perez, quarterfinal.
I'm the biggest story in New Jersey right now, right? I think we could all agree with that. Not many people know what it's like to be the most hated person at a given moment. I do. It's a dark feeling. As human beings, we're designed to care what people think, but within a tribe, within a certain group of people, within, 10 people, within your family, within your friends. But when hundreds of thousands, even maybe millions of people have an opinion on you, you're not supposed to know that. Your mind is not built to know what 100,000 people think of you. Whether it's good or bad, it's just not healthy.
Go up. That means absolutely nothing. Go up. You're welcome. All day, every day, every year. I gotta get out. What's happening over
What? Just give me a minute.
Earlier you mentioned feeling like the wrestling community didn't like you.
Yeah.
But I did notice that you put out a petition, or I don't know if you created that or someone else created it. How many signatures did you get on that?
10,000.
How fast?
Within 24 hours.
How did that feel?
That felt good.
happening to Anthony Knox is not right. He's presumed innocent.
But the parents that are mouthing off have to be ejected. They should be banned from athletic competition.
You feel so big behind your computer. He should never wrestle again. That kid has accomplished more at 18 years old than you have in your 55 years of life.
You know, the first part, it feels like everyone's out to get you, everyone's hating on you because they don't know your side of the story. And then after the NBC clip came out, the ABC clip came out, people kind of started to see what really happened. And I think that's when people kind of jumped on my side and started signing the petition.
Drop your comments below supporting Knox.
Lest me remind you, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into mothering a boy who dedicates his life to a sport like that. The early mornings, the late nights, the long car rides that a mother gives to her son for him to become the #1 wrestler. And somebody's gonna call his mother a and you expect him not to look at her and think about the countless tears and joy. You think that doesn't flash before his eyes?
Hashtag Free Knox was everywhere and everyone was texting me, wishing me the best of luck, and I guess that's the best that this has felt the whole time.
I was a little upset with my performance. There were a couple things on the nutrition side and on the side of my body that I kind of neglected. You know, it's hard to wrestle when you haven't. I'm not exaggerating. I really didn't sleep or eat for like a full week. So I didn't really eat or sleep for a full week. It's hard to compete right now, but I feel like I kind of reset my mind. I'm majoring kids that are, you know, ranked in the country, so I can't really be too upset at myself. And it's just have a short-term memory, right? That's a loss in my book. You know, I can't focus on it right now. I can't dwell on it. I got to compete in about an hour or so. Sometimes you got to win when you're not at your best, and that's a part of being a great wrestler just as much as it is winning at your best.
Every year I got in custom shoes for states, and we just kind of design them together. So like, he'll shoot me an idea, I'll shoot him an idea, and then we end up with a pretty dope shoe. And everyone every year asks me where I got them from. Chrome hearts, animal print, snake skin, black and white, and then the red for Cornell on the inside. They're pretty dope. Comfy too.
And his coach owns a shoe company, Shot Docs, and he won't wear them.
Yeah. Let's blank that out. No free plugs. No free plugs.
What was it like finding out you could wrestle 30 minutes before weigh-ins last week?
Moments ago, we learned a judge has denied the New Jersey Athletic Association's attempt to keep the high school wrestler from competing for a state title.
Knox will compete for his 4th straight championship title.
It was like a weight off my shoulders. I haven't cried since I was probably in middle school, and I just burst out into tears. And then, you know, there's a super low moment when I get charged and they bring me back in for another hearing, and then it's up in the air.
Is it possible that you make the state finals this weekend and then you find out that you can't wrestle?
Yeah. They don't care if I make the finals. They don't care if I wrestle the first round. They don't care if my whole family's there to watch me. They don't care that my grandparents flew in to watch me. They don't care. It's just a lot of things going on, but right now, I'm in the win column. Right now, nothing changes. I could wrestle. It would be the most classy thing to just say this is a wrestling tournament. You know, there's 5 matches, right? It's 5 matches. It's 6 minutes a match. That's not how I feel. This is my life's work. This matters to me. Everyone and their mother's been telling me it's just a wrestling tournament. There's brighter things ahead. No, this matters to me a lot.
Hey, getting those changing levels a little bit more. You haven't been doing that this tournament. right? You've been just coming in and just making ties. You know what I mean? When you start kind of changing levels and shifting and popping and then snapping, that's when you're on fire. So tomorrow, let's come out, get a lot more motion going. So you're gonna get with Julian in the morning, kind of get your legs right, and then get that motion going. When you're moving like that, you're unstoppable, all right?
Once again, at the conclusion of all the wrestlebacks for the girls, we will go into the 5th round of wrestlebacks for the boys on the outside mats.
Literally did not do one thing.
That's what he did at Beast. You know what I mean? He was keeping you extended, trying to slow you down, squeak out takedowns.
See, I don't care when the little ones heckle me. That's fine.
What happened?
Some little kid goes, Anthony Knox, I hope you take second. It's crazy, like it's funny when a kid does it. When you're a 45-year-old man, it's a little bit embarrassing.
How does it feel to know you're only one match away?
It feels good. I felt like I was one match away the whole week, right? It's on the yellow?
Oh, right there.
Right there? Okay. With the court case, right? I felt like it was one decision that was either gonna get me a 4th state title or not. And obviously it happened, and I feel like I already won. This is just the cherry on top, right? So I gotta perform tomorrow, get some recovery tonight, eat, we'll be ready to go.
Hey, listen, you can't block this hour up, sir. Take pictures tomorrow.
One more. We can do this.
One more, and hopefully no fights in the stands.
Hi, how are you?
Better today.
Yes.
Better today.
What does it mean to have your whole family here?
It feels good. I feel like the whole reason I got through this is because of my support system. And, they're all here to watch what they accomplished, right? That's the way I look at it, at least.
Try not to get emotional. It's just been it's been a struggle. And quite honestly, all 4 years have been hard. He's been heckled, he's been booed, he's been annihilated on social media for years. And I think the takeaway from all of this is we need to do better. People like to sit behind a keyboard, they like to type, and they don't understand what that does to anybody, let alone a kid. I don't know anybody that would be able to get through this, let alone wrestle through this. The wrestling should be the hard part. This is New Jersey. This is a really hard place to wrestle. Kudos to all those kids that are out there. This has taken away, not only from my son, this has taken away from every athlete that's out there this weekend. The focus should be on what these kids have accomplished and the fact that they're here wrestling for a title. And shame on the people in charge for turning this into a circus act and taking away all of that from every single one of those kids. Not only my son.
They're the reason I'm here competing, and this is their accomplishment as much as it is mine, right? The wrestling will take care of itself. I'm confident in that department. I knew nothing about the courtroom. So this win goes to them.
You're here.
I'm here, man.
How's it feel?
Grateful, man. Just really, really grateful to be here.
If I go to Boardwalk Hall tomorrow looking for people that think you shouldn't be allowed there, will it be hard to find them?
No, I don't think it will be. I think it's 50-50, honestly.
Do you think Anthony should be allowed to wrestle in this tournament?
Hell yeah. I think Anthony Knox should be allowed to wrestle. About to be the next four-timer best New Jersey State champ.
Do you think he should be allowed to wrestle in this tournament?
I think there's no way they couldn't let him wrestle. You can't, like, any kid in New Jersey would have done what he did, and I think it's right that they let him wrestle, and it sucks that it had to get violent, but you can't not let him wrestle.
If anyone else's dad's getting in a fight and you see him, you're hopping in that. I mean, I'm protecting my dad, so I can't blame him.
If he wins in the finals, do you think that the crowd, there will be more boos or more cheers from the crowd?
I don't understand why you would boo him personally. I think he's a nice kid, respectful. He just went in there and backed up his family as anyone should have done. There's no reason to boo him. Just another kid winning states.
I think there'll be more cheers. I feel like New Jersey fans, they got their wrestlers' backs.
Last day.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm excited. I'm excited to hand fight. I don't know. I'm just feeling hand fighting today.
If you win, you think there will be more boos or cheers?
Only one way to find out. I don't know. We'll see. Couldn't really tell. Were they booing last night?
I don't think so. I just went up there and I tried to find some people who don't think you should be wrestling here, and I couldn't find anyone.
That's good.
A lot of people said no comment though.
They don't want to get in trouble.
But I talked to a couple kids and they said that you're gonna get more cheers.
I hope so. I'm just happy to compete. That's it.
They play this organ every year, and it just gets louder and longer every year. And I'm like a weirdo. I like to stay the whole day. So every year I'm just like here with this organ playing by myself. It's good. I don't know. It's a part of it.
I bet there's a lot of kids thinking if I was ever gonna beat Anthony Knox in a wrestling match, it's gonna be now.
Right.
How do you think about that?
His happy place and his safe place is that wrestling mat. He's really good at wrestling and he loves wrestling, but that like passion and fire, this last like 6 months just wasn't really there for the time being because, you know, he's been going through the motions. There's a passion and a fire in his eyes right now, and he feels like he needs to prove a point, and I think you're gonna see the best version of Anthony Knox this weekend.
It almost feels like I'm the underdog again, and I haven't really been the underdog in a long time.
What does it mean to be a four-time state champ in New Jersey?
It's really special. I would say it's not the meaning of it as a literal sense, but more the meaning of it to me. This is my last tournament where, you know, my dad's my head coach, right? The last tournament where my dad's, you know, planning my training camp. The last tournament where my dad's gonna be my coach.
He almost broke a few times. He almost said, Dad, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Every day I've thought about just calling it quits and just ending my own career, right?
You know, that's a job of a dad. Like, you don't have strength, use mine. We had some deep conversations. I'm like, Aunt, if they're gonna win, let them win in the courtroom. Don't let them break you. Don't let them break you. You're stronger than that.
Now this is bigger than me. This is fighting for the rights of high schoolers all over the country. This is not just about me anymore. This is not just about my goals. This is about everybody's goals for hundreds of years in the future. This is way bigger than I'm ever gonna be. Not only do I deserve to fight this fight, I have to now.
For everybody that's cheering against him and wants him to fail, don't hold your breath, because you're gonna suffocate.
My dog, let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my God, it's a fourth. Yes!
In fourth place.
Four. God's good. God is good. I wouldn't have been able to wrestle. But for some reason, I feel like I'm put on this earth to do this. And they're not going to take anything away from me now. It's done. I'm a 4-time state champ forever.
I got very emotional. It's just been a long road to get here, and I'm just so thrilled for him that he was able to check this off his list.
Young man guy!
Yeah! It's been a really hard 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie.
To have that moment with your mom and dad.
It was amazing. I really have said it a lot these past 2 weeks, but I'll do anything for my family, and I felt like that was for them.
It would have been rough if I had to wait out on the boardwalk for him to come out, and I'm glad that that didn't happen. He started crying with like 20 seconds left. You notice that?
No, I didn't see
Yeah, he got choked up. He got choked up.
No, I'm gonna give you guys everything. I just gotta go down and take this podium picture, and then I'm coming back up.
Every year I've come to high school states, you've won.
I've
Same.
won every
year.
This one?
Yeah.
That's all yours.
Are those kids asking for your shoes?
They ask me for everything because I give everything away every year. I'm kind of soft, so I just gave away my medal. I gave away
your medal.
I gave away my medal and my headgear. Yeah. I don't need it, right? I mean, I'm sure the NJSI is gonna try to take it from me anyway, so try to take it from that kid now. He deserves it.
That's funny. I wanted to get a picture of you holding it, but that's okay.
We got the bracket.
Yeah, that's right.
We got the bracket.
I can't imagine how he was feeling. Wrestling's hard. Winning state titles is hard. And, you know, winning Super 32 titles is hard. Winning Who's Number 1 titles is hard. And he does it, but these last 2 weeks it was different. He didn't know if he was wrestling. He thought the world was closing in on him. People were saying nasty things to him. And he just had to put it out of his head and go out and do his job. And, you know, I wish this never happened, but I can tell you this. My son became a better human being the last 2 weeks and a tougher person. One day he's going to take those shoes off forever. And he's going to have kids, a wife, a mortgage,
And these events are going to shape him to do that. You know, I've been through a lot in my life. Didn't grow up the easiest way. Things didn't come naturally to me. You know, I was an addict for a long time. And it's funny, like when I was going through all that stuff, I thought, like, why me? Why me? And you know what? These last 2 weeks, because of all those reps I had where I had to battle through things, it helped me battle through this for him. I'd be like, all right, just another Monday, let's go. And, you know, it's just awesome. Just awesome.
It's not as easy as it looks. I deal with everyday struggles just like you. I'm a person too. I have feelings too. I feel sad, I feel happy. I win, I lose sometimes. There's not one side to the story. But what people don't see is the countless hours that not only the student athlete puts in, but the countless hours that their parents put in, the countless hours their family, coaches, teammates put in for them. The people that, you know, matter most to you.